Hello everyone, it's Myriam and welcome to this week's video. Whether this is your first time joining me or whether we have met before, I hope you'll enjoy the next few minutes in my company and that you'll enjoy the artwork. As always, I love to hear what you have to say, so do leave me a comment if you feel like it. I do read every single comment even though I'm not able to reply to everyone. So before I jump into talking about this week's artwork, I quickly wanted to let you know that I've updated my shop and added a bunch of new things, including this lace heart sticker, which is a big vinyl sticker of my lace heart painting. And a quick side note, patrons with physical rewards this month will also get one of those stickers in their package. The other things I've added to my shop are prints of some of my sketches. Thank you to everyone who took the time to vote on the poll I had up on Patreon. It was really helpful and I chose all the most popular designs. They are now available as prints on my shop. They will only be available until the beginning of May, however. All my sketch prints will always be temporary, so if you want to grab one, make sure you grab one now before they are gone. I have also added prints of my latest paintings. That includes Lace Heart and Waning, which you saw me paint in last week's video, I believe, and also a print of a new painting that I only finished yesterday and that I'll have a video of in the next few weeks. In case you're not aware, all my prints I printed on high quality archival cotton paper, 315 GSM, and it's got a slight texture, so the sketches look really nice and almost look like the real thing. And every single print I make, I title and sign myself also. Okay, so I'm done with the sales pitch now. It's always awkward to do those, but it is my business, so I apologise if I have to do this every so often. But I do get excited when I add new prints and new items on my shop, so I thought I'd share. Thank you very much to all of you that have supported me by buying prints or artwork in the past and will do in the future. It really means a lot. It's really, really nice to feel like I make work that others also want to own for themselves. It's really lovely and I feel really appreciated. Thank you everyone. So anyway, let's move on to the artwork in this video. Some of you may remember that I put up a sort of little poll in my community tab on YouTube a few weeks back where I asked you which of two artworks you'd like to see in a video, and the result of the poll was basically that you wanted to see both paintings. So here's the second one that I had offered up in the poll. This was done in my A4 Daler-Rowney graduate sketchbooks, which I believe is a mixed media sketchbook. It's got 160 GSM paper, I believe, which is reasonably thick. It does buckle when I paint with a lot of water on it, but it still withstands a good amount of paint, which I really like. I painted this sketch with my Gansai, Tambi, Kuretake watercolours, which is not a set I use very often because unfortunately, although they are very pigmented and they're reasonably priced and the colours are beautiful, they're not light fast, so it's not a set I can use if I want to paint anything I want to either sell or display. For something in my sketchbook, however, they're perfect because there's so much of them in the pan that I don't feel like I should be precious with them. The colours are really vibrant, they're very enjoyable to paint with, and so I thought I'd give them a little bit more screen time than I usually do because I don't use them very often, and I'd just do a whole piece with them. And then towards the end I added some gouache to the masks because I wanted them to have a heavier texture and a more opaque quality to them. This concept was very much a freestyle type of concept, like it often happens in my sketchbook. I started off by finding a pose I really liked, sketching that out, and then just staring at it for a little while and wondering what I was going to do with it. And generally I tend to go towards wanting to make my characters hollow. So I made my character hollow and I decided I wanted a giant creature to come out of it. I had several ideas, and one of my ideas was to have loads of wild animals kind of very dynamically coming out of the character, but in the end I went for this weird creature with masks. When I finished the painting I kind of stared at it for a while and I was just like, this creature reminds me of something, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then I realised that it reminds me of the forest spirit in Princess Mononoke, the Ghibli movie. I kind of miss including creatures in my paintings actually Creatures are just one of my first loves with art, and I don't know why I slowly stopped creating them. I think because I've been focusing on the human form a lot more and realizing that I really like playing with that in my pieces, but for some reason I also stopped making creatures, which is not, you know, both are not mutually exclusive. So I really want to try and explore some creature designers a little bit more in the future, especially when they've got a symbolic attached to them, because I just think creatures are just such a good way of expressing a lot of different things, and I just want to explore that a little bit more. Oddly enough, working in my sketchbook is actually quite difficult for me because I have such a weird perception of productivity where I want to feel like I was really productive for every minute of every day, which is a ridiculous way of trying to live, by the way. I really don't recommend it. It's just, you're in for disappointment if you think that you're going to be as productive as you wish you were. At least I am. But anyway, my point is that whenever I work in my sketchbook, I need to feel like I've been working towards a bigger goal, towards creating a finished piece, towards creating a new painting, a new artwork. And so I find it difficult not to spend hours and hours on my sketchbook. I find it difficult not to create finished pieces, finished sketches, to complete a page. Because of that need I have to feel productive, and it's something I'm trying to distanciate myself from. Trying to control every little piece of a simple sketch is something that I'm trying to let go of, and I'm finding it very, very difficult. I've actually started a completely independent, separate sketchbook in which I literally just doodle. I don't research, I don't try to look for references, I don't overthink, and I literally just force myself to put pen to paper without overthinking and just start drawing, even if I don't know where I'm going. Really difficult for me, but I'm getting there, and I feel like it has really helped me, not only with technical skill but also with inspiration and also with the psychological side of it all. I don't know why my brain thinks that just doodling would be a waste of time, but making it realize that that's not the case by actually doing it, just by doodling and realizing how satisfied I am once I've done it, is really beneficial. And I've realized that not only does it help me let go of feeling like I'm not productive when I haven't created a full finished piece, it's also just helped me reconciliate myself with the whole process of creating, because so much of it is trial and error, and so much of it is just letting go and seeing what's gonna happen, that it's kind of helped me slowly heal, not completely, I'm still very much a control freak, but slightly heal my control freakness, which is something I think in the long term will be beneficial to not only my art practice but also my mental health. But anyway, I don't know how much you should listen to me either way, because I'm saying all of that while I'm creating one of the most intricate sketchbook spreads I have to date. So you know, that doodling thing still is a bit of a work in progress. But I think working on a sketchbook spread actually made me realize that I always sit down to work on my sketchbooks for hours. Like, it's never like I just do a few really light sketches. I always just feel like I need to fill a full page with one big drawing in order to feel like I've been productive in it. And I don't think that's good, and so I really want to let go of that a little bit more and just practice just being loose and creating drawings that aren't very good, or creating drawings that don't mean anything, or creating drawings that are just a bit of a mess, just because sometimes it's just nice to let go of it. And I think a sketchbook is a really good place to just let go of the pressure and just create for the sake of creating, which is something I like to repeat a lot, but I think is very essential. Just creating for the sake of creating it's also easy to forget when art is your job, like me, and it's something I need to reconnect with every so often. So yeah, those are the ramblings that were going through my head while I was creating this sketch, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this painting and this video, and I hope you're all well. Don't forget to check out my shop for all the new little things that I uploaded on there. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you very soon. Bye everyone.